Welcome back. And in our sports news, South Africa captain John Smit said on Monday that the real World Cup begins in the quarter-finals, ahead of his team's quarter-final against Australia in Wellington. South Africa qualified top of Pool D with 4 wins, but Smit effectively threw the previous pool stage out of the window when he told reporters that it's definitely a tournament that is set up in 2 stages, and this is the stage where every day is do or die, a different level completely. Australia has won 5 of the past 6 tests between the 2 sides.
Certainly feel that they have a mental edge. You know, the results leading into a World Cup over the last 2 years certainly favour them. We've thrown some different options at them from a team selection point of view over the last couple of seasons. So, we'll want to face the game as a fresh start in terms of where we want to go over the next 3 weeks, and I'm pretty sure they'll look at what they've been able to achieve before against us into this weekend. So, it's 2 different mindsets, I suppose, and they certainly have had the upper hand in the last couple of seasons, and we've been naive not to accept that.
Meanwhile, Australia's Wallabies coaching coordinator stated that the team that handles the loss of crucial players to injury will stay in the competition. The coach believes the reaction of those remaining is essential to a team's long-term survival in the tournament, while captain James Horwell insists the team will not be complacent.
Everyone's spoken about this is different. World Cups are different, and it's a tournament. It's knockout. This is it. So you can put all history behind you. It's this is a game that we need to win. It's a quarter final against the Springboks, and it's a huge occasion. So I think you can't read too much into what's happened in the past and things like that. It's just this whole tournament has spoken about. The World Cup is a different kettle of fish to other types of football.
The games are all played at an incredibly high intensity. Even the games that all the teams have played against some of the lower ranked teams have been played at huge intensity. So injury's always going to be a part of it, as James mentioned. So teams just have to adapt. You've got to cope with injury and setback.
And Wales defence coach Sean Edwards says his team's World Cup semi-final against Ireland is a moment to be seized. Ireland upset the Wallabies and trounced Italy to ensure their progression as the top qualifier from Pool C, while Wales finished second in Pool D behind the Springboks.
It's a World Cup, mate. You know what I mean? It's I'm not saying it's bigger than the Six Nations or anything like that, but it is a one-off chance to do something which I don't think any of these lads have ever done before, which is play in a World Cup semi-final.
Sébastien Ogier won his home French rally on Sunday, and Mikko Havonen finished 3rd after a rival's disqualification to move level with Sebastian Loeb in the championship standings. 7 times world champion Loeb retired on Friday after engine failure and has 2 rallies left to try to fend off the challenge from Finland's Havonen, who was originally 4th in France but was bumped up to 3rd. Petter Solberg thought he had clinched the number 3 spot, but hours after the end of the 3-day rally, he was disqualified because his Citroën was underweight. Ogier, 3 points behind Citroën team mate Loeb overall, won the rally by 6.3 seconds from Mini's Danny Sordo to seal his 5th victory of the season. The next rally is in Spain, starting on October the 20th.
For sure, it's a good operation for the championship, but now we will have to do 2 good last race of the season.
And in golf, Kevin Na kept his cool with a red-hot putter to hold off fellow American Nick Watney and claim his first PGA Tour title with an emotional 2-shot victory at the Las Vegas Open on Sunday. South Korea-born Na rolled in a 43-footer to birdie the par 3 17th before parring at the last for a 6-under par 65 and a 23-under total of 261. Tied for the lead overnight with Watney, Na was briefly caught at the top by his playing partner with 4 holes to play before he tightened his grip on the title with birdies at 15, 16 and 17. World number 11 Watney, bidding to become the PGA Tour's first 3 times champion this year, had to settle for 2nd place after closing with a 4-birdie 67. Americans Tommy Gainey and Paul Goydos both signed off with 68s to share 3rd place at 18 under. In football, Tottenham Hotspur poured misery on Arsenal with a 2-1 victory in a controversial Premier League North London derby on Sunday. Spurs waited until 5 minutes before half-time to break the deadlock when Rafael van der Vaart beat Arsenal keeper, although he appeared to handle the ball before shooting into the bottom corner and was already on a yellow card. Manager Harry Redknapp said afterwards that even when 1-0 up at half-time, he did not feel particularly confident. Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger said the squad lacked a bit of confidence, but questioned the conduct of the linesman and said Van der Vaart should have received a second yellow card.
We luckily be confident at the moment and just want to protect too much our result when you have one. And frustrating as well because their first goal is handball, and I wonder what the linesmen do in these situations.
And Australian cricketer Shane Warne and actress Liz Hurley announced their engagement during a golf tournament at St Andrews Course on Sunday. Warne, chosen as one of the cricketers of the 20th century, and Hurley, model and Hollywood film actress, attended a celebrity dinner together on Saturday, with Warne subsequently revealing he had proposed the previous day. The Australian former cricketer, now cricket commentator, is competing with professional Peter O'Malley in a team championship as a part of the Alfred Dunhill Links Championship. And finally this evening, one of the most successful and longest-running musicals, Andrew Lloyd Webber's Phantom of the Opera, celebrated its 25th anniversary with a special show at the Royal Albert Hall in London on Sunday. The performance in front of a 5,500-strong audience was broadcast live into selected cinemas worldwide, including those in the United States, the UK, Europe, Canada, Japan and Australia. The evening also brought about a series of reunions, most notably from members of the original production, including Michael Crawford and Lloyd Webber's former wife, Sarah Brightman. Joined by current and previous Phantom actors, Brightman also gave a rendition of the song Phantom of the Opera towards the end of the showcase. For Lloyd Webber, who described Brightman as Angel of Music, her performance brought back memories.
That does bring back a whole, flood of emotions. I mean, I've worked with Sarah, since we were married, quite a lot of times, and therefore, in one sense, it's great to have her back singing again. But we have worked together before. But see Michael and Sarah back on stage together, I never thought that would really happen.
And with that, let's take a look at the local and international weather forecast for tomorrow. And before we head out, here are the top stories again. UAE bans imports of live animals from the Republic of Paraguay following an outbreak of foot and mouth disease. Australian ambassador unveils rare Pas-Paley pearl in Dubai. And flooded Philippines towns struggle after 2 typhoons in a week. Well, that brings us to the end of the bulletin. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can write to us at news@city7tv.com or by calling us on 04 367 2230. From the entire news team, it's goodbye for now.